Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Hey, exit.
57, Mike 57.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Matt Breida. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jayon Brown in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Ready?
After the sack on 1st down, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to do. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Set 90 Wolf.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check 37. Check
Get
37.
it.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lock to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 19 yards away. And the Broncos push further out in front. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. McManus now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score. Broncos 21. Giants.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as his guys are back within a single score. No problem there on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Block now to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Ready? 57 Mike. Recon, 132 fighter.
On 1st down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Hill the intended receiver once again, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
We go.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Hey, wahoo!
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go, here we go. 90 Wolf.
Tackles.
On 2nd and 9, Jones flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. It's complete to Golden Tate. 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Golden Tate hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's Breida. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. Hey, Charlie. 61. Matchbox light.
Check 31. Check 31.
And ready.
Block now on 1st down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Ready,
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
5-7.
Bring it. No.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Green brings it in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Ready.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
45's the mark. Watch the slant.
Now Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Get it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, block. And he fires one, but incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the turnover, here's Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
General West.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Roll out.
Switch gears. Hey, check nickel.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working out it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Locke. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun on third down, Locke. Flushed out right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And McManus able to put it through, and that will tie us at 24 all. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now on second and 16. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 37. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. Third down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Here we go, G. All day, defense, all day.
From the 36, Locke. Going to throw right side here, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw it is Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Ship, ship. Check 20.
Look, squeeze.
Check 25. Check 25.
Get.
Yeah, and he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He's got his tight end fan. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
57.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Switch. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 3. Check 3. Out.
Leo.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check it out, Reed.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Check, go team, spill. Hit it.
Jones from the gun on third down. He's got Green. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Five.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
General West.
Jones now throwing on first down, escaping the pressure right. Finding Green complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll go to Barkley again. And now off to the races down the right side. That one 28 yards on the ground. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Saquon Barkley running right. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Giants, a final win means they will finish off the regular season.